Hi, I'm Jake from Clinical Exercise here in the Valley. Today we want to take the body test. So I want to specifically look at a few areas to help you identify if you have imbalances in your body. The body test, primarily we're going to look at the lower body. We're going to primarily focus on adductors, knees, and glutes. And what we want to do is we want to test to see if there's either hypermobility or hypomobility. So the goal is to get the body in balance. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to look at the adductors first. And on this one here, I'm going to have you go down into this position with the leg extended out to the side, and we're going to rock forward and rock backwards, and we're going to look for how much mobility or how much pull that you have. I want you to see and feel how much range of motion you have in that adductor, how tight it is, and how flexible it is compared to the opposite side. And this is very important because many of us have one side that's compensating or tighter than the other. We don't even know it. So for me, this side is tighter right away as soon as I get in this position. And as I rock into that, I can feel where that's restricted. So if one adductor is tighter than the other, that's going to cause an asymmetrical shift in your hips and pelvis, which is going to lead to low back pain, piriformis syndrome, IT-band syndromes. So we want to try to get equality or equal sensation stretch on both sides of the body. The next area we're going to look at is the knees. So with the knees, we're going to put both legs extended out, make sure you're nice and symmetrical, and we're going to look at hyperextension, okay? Hyperextension, for a lot of people, they can put their leg in this position and they're going to be flat down on the floor. My knees aren't hyperextended, I can slide my hands underneath. But what we're looking for here is if you flex down, if you flex the quad muscles and push the knees down, do you have any pain underneath the knee? Or if you flex down, do your heels actually come off the floor? And in either of those cases, that's showing an instability of the posterior knee joint, and we need to be able to strengthen the hamstrings and the calves specifically to stabilize the knee joint and prevent that much mobility. And that's, again, you're comparing one side to the other to see how that feels. The last one is probably the most important for the integrated function, is looking at the glute complex and the hip. So we're going to stand next to a wall. I want you to stand with really good posture and lift the inside knee. Once the knee is lifted and your pelvis is level and you're in an upright position, you're just going to relax. And from there, as you know, relaxed position, we're going to see what kind of mobility you have in terms of the relaxation and the movement of that hip up and down. And we're going to check that both sides. When you turn the direction, you're going to lift the knee closest to that wall, bring the knee approximately 90 degrees, relax into it, and then we're just going to flex and drop and lower, and you're looking for tightness or weakness in the hip area. If you do about 20 repetitions and you start feeling soreness or burn in that hip, that's showing that you're weak in that glute. So between those three movements, we want symmetry, you want to find balance. So we're going to quick review. We're going back to the adductors. We're looking for the balance in the adductors, right compared to left. If one's tighter, we're going to try to match that up. We're moving into the knees, making sure we're looking for that hyperextension. We don't want those knees to be able to cause pain when you flex them down or for the heels to come up. And then lastly is that leg raise here, and then shifting the hips and seeing if you've got weakness or instability in either of the hips. So if you've got questions on how to strengthen the muscles responsible for that, please ask us or comment below and we'll get back to you on that. Review it and share it with anybody you know that has hip and lower body imbalance issues. Have a good week.